You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Yeah, his body is basically fallen into a coma.
That story is 100% true and accurate because you read it on the internet.
I went a little bit old school.
You'll practically feel her breath on your cheek and the warmth of her fingers on your arm.
360 videos are not VR porn. Stop mislabeling your stuff.
And with that, I welcome you to Born in the 80s, episode 308. I'm your host, John Dangereux, joined by my co-hosts.
Hey, it's your boy Matt Haig. Like 'em all.
Okay, that's
And
good.
it's TJ May of May over here.
Bell.
Bell.
Hey,
Hit-
it's your
hit that bell.
boy, Skinny
Ding.
Penis.
Ding that bell. You can ring that bell.
Yep, ring my bell.
As Blondie once said.
That's true, she did.
I don't have a bell. Is this close enough?
That's close to a bell.
So, John, you were gonna explain to us why stuff out of cans tastes better, and you never did pre-show. So now it's part of the show. So, welcome to Can Talk with John.
Yes, so it's
Yes, science.
so they misspelled car talk one week and they made this segment Can Talk.
This is bad. Well, I guess we're stuck with it now. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got to give them a show because, we named it once. And that's one of the unwritten rules of NPR is once they air a show, they got to do 100 of them. So now in the first episode of Can Talk, I'm going to explain everything about why aluminum cans are the ideal liquid storage container. At least in most cases. So if you have anything that's particularly like super acidic, your cans probably aren't the best. They still do wine in cans, and you can do that, but it's like a little bit more
You can.
tacky. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I
'cause
think
people
I've
don't
actually
like it.
seen wine and cans making a comeback now.
Okay.
It's
So the
showing
reason
up
why-
more.
So the reason why cans are so good, and I know you had mentioned, you said there's just that like a little metallic taste, which isn't probably from the liquid in the can, because there's a liner in the can that should be protecting it from the aluminum, but there isn't a liner on top, so you might be tasting the metal, a little bit with the liquid. Like,
A little bit of the tab.
Oh,
yeah, a little bit of
that's
the tab up there. So you get a little bit of that tab, including a little flavor onto your soda as you drink it. But the key is the enemy of colored liquids is UV light. And so this is why if you ever have a beer in clear glass bottles, or like Heineken, for instance, tastes skunky because UV light is getting in and kind of breaking down the molecules in it, because light is like if you put a sheet up against a window, it'll fade over time because light is hitting that and destroying the color particles and color molecules and whatnot. I don't know, it's much more complicated than that, but it is the fact that a can inside is completely closed off from any sort of light getting in, so it stays fresher longer.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I don't know why. Why does Corona still do clear bottles? It's just such a clearly bad idea.
It is
clearly.
quite-
I didn't even mean to do that.
Matt, you've ruined Can Talk.
I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
No, but it is totally why cans are the inferior or the superior container for stuff, because it doesn't. I mean, there are lots of things that can be in clear bottles because they don't really get affected by light as much, and there really honestly isn't going to be that much of a difference in the normal shelf life. It's not like it, if you kept a soda for years, it would
I
be.
have.
Yeah, well, I know I have.
I've done it before. I drank a soda that was 3 years past the Best Buy date, and
Yes.
I did not finish that soda.
Oh no, because it'll just kind of get destroyed, and it's more than just the light doing it. But light is not good. This is why they talk about paintings need to be kept in rooms with the correct type of lighting so that it
Control
doesn't.
humidity.
And they'll have
Yep.
UV protection glass on those and stuff.
Yep, over everything, because it's just it's no good. You don't want to get that light on there because it'll fuck everything up. Because light is our enemy, and I think as all of us sitting here at our computers know that light is the enemy.
Yes,
we will blot out the sun.
Yes. So yeah, no, that's it. It's just simple as light. So stuff will keep in cans better, and the fact that, and then some people say cans are sealed twice because they have like a double seal on the aluminum is closed, the metal is closed, and the plastic is also the coating is also sealed below it. So it should be double protected from any air getting in. Whereas like a bottle cap is just the plastic seal.
Yeah.
With the crimp, so you have a higher chance of escaping.
Plastic bottles are more likely to leach a little bit into the liquid, right?
Yeah, definitely plastic is. I know that's like a huge thing that people are like worried about, like BPA, you know, and to them I say yes, but BPA isn't going to be leaking into your drinks if it's in a bottle that has bisphenol A in it, because it shouldn't be leaking because it's been treated. But the reason why it can be bad is if you reuse a water bottle multiple times, then that seal can break down, especially if you put hot liquid in it. So it's kind of like, don't reuse water bottles unless you're going to keep it cold, or you know they're BPA free, or just don't buy plastic bottled water because it's really bad for the environment. You know, just you know, get a bottle, use the tap.
I used to have a sweet, like, stainless steel water bottle. That was pretty rad.
Nice.
Those are cool. Those, I guess, are, like, fairly environmentally unfriendly to manufacture. But
oh, really?
But
if you reuse it a bunch.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, the longer you have it, the better it is. Yep. So if you can find, like, an old one, that's the best way to go.
Yeah,
or just get one and keep it for 20 years.
That is a really, like, that's like a thing you need to like drill down. Is it's called reduce, reuse, recycle in that order. You want to reduce the amount you're using, reuse what you can, and then recycle what you can't reuse. That should be the last step. So yeah, yep. Plastic is bad.
And, going back to the can corner stuff. Recycle your fucking aluminum cans. It costs more money to extract more aluminum from the remaining veins we have than it does to recycle what we got.
That's true.
Yeah. And we can't get aluminum anymore because there's tariffs. So it's recycle. Yeah. That's how that works, right?
Yeah. Oh, also, the other thing I want to mention too is, especially with beer, the light is the biggest problem because it's a fermented drink and it has all sorts of stuff that's gone on to make it the flavor complex, and the key that you want is to keep that in like a brown bottle, which is supposedly the best for protecting UV, which is why so many beer bottles are brown, basically. That's why they have that color. So for beer specifically, it's a pretty volatile mixture, and theoretically it's bottled at like peak optimal tastiness. So you're just like racing against the clock to try and prevent any further change before it gets that's why they
mouth.
have like that's why I believe it was Bud Light, or I can't remember who it was. They had the born on date on the bottle. They wanted that. So
I think that was
make
Budweiser.
sure you know when the beer was made, so you know, because beer lasts about 3 months or so before the flavor starts to decline noticeably.
Not in my house.
No, definitely not. You shouldn't be keeping beer that long, I'd say. You know what though? I have you ever had Tecate, Matt?
I have, but it's been so long I don't remember what it tastes like.
We had WrestleMania. It was a couple weekends ago. I think it was last Sunday. Yes.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. Whatever. Time is fucking flowing by right now. I think it was. And I made tacos and I bought Tecate because it's my favorite of the Mexican beers. I like it more than Modelo. So I have a bunch of Tecate in my fridge that needs to be drunk up.
I was getting pizza earlier this week, so I went to the liquor store and I got some Peroni because that's like, for me, that's the beer that's in every Italian restaurant ever. and it was not as good as I remember it. It was like really bad Italian Miller Lite.
Yeah, it's actually a really funny thing, like that we think all these foreign beers are fancy, but you go to the countries where they're made and they're like, no, this is like our Miller Lite. Like this is not a fancy beer.
In Europe, Stella is like the trashy beer.
Oh yeah, because it's Belgian. It's not even German. You're like, but this is just it's they call
Those
I forget
dirty
what the
Belgians.
I believe I forget what he said. Oh fuck, god damn it, what's the name? I don't remember. Fuck, he called it wife beater, I think, because it's what the people in the white wife beaters, the whatever it's called. What's the actual term? Tank top.
Yeah,
not the non-horrible sounding version.
Thing.
Yeah, the white trash in England.
I think the
would
politically
drink, so.
correct term is person beater.
Yeah, let's not go into politically incorrect terms like last week.
Oh,
The episode still hasn't come out, but I do have it edited. And I came up with the name, which I want to share live on this podcast because I'm so proud of the name of this episode that is coming out probably tonight after we are done, or tomorrow, since it's edited. It is, we if you remember correctly, we talked about curing incels by connecting them with elderly who are alone. We talked about how it would be like Meals on Wheels. And so this episode... It will be titled Born in the 80s, episode 307, Meals on Wheels and Chill.
Good.
Which I thought was too clever to not share, because I appreciated. I was like, what am I going to call
into,
this?
like, politically correct stuff? Yes, or last
What do you
week?
mean?
I don't know.
You mean politically incorrect stuff?
I'm just worried that I said something stupid.
Oh, you didn't. I said it.
Okay.
it was
good.
all me. It was all the bad words about.
It was not bad
mixed
words.
race.
They are
Historical words.
They're bad words. Let me not beat around the bush. These are words you should not use. But I think in the scale of racism, it's more on the low end, and because they're kind of like 1800s terms that nobody uses anymore. So it's kind of like, okay, that's a weird thing to say. Anyway, that's what people say on Reddit, because that's what Reddit is. And that we did a Bowels of Reddit last week where that came up. So of course. Let me just get this out of the way, because we talked about it before. I saw Ready Player One this weekend on Friday.
Oh, I saw that too, like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I don't remember.
It was hard to find. It was
Really?
not on a lot of screens, because a lot of stuff has come out since then. That Rampage movie, there was some sort of fucking bullshit Blumhouse zero budget horror movie. It was like Truth or Dare or Die or some bullshit. I don't remember. Truth or Die? What the fuck is the name of this movie? I'm so close, but it's like a
Die
Truth or
or
Dare
Truth.
horror movie.
Die for the truth. Dare to die.
Let me see.
Dare another day.
I'll go on the old.
You only dare once.
I'll go on the old Rotten Tomatoes. It's just called Blumhouse's Truth or Dare. They didn't even try and go for a funny name.
Well, that's probably because Truth or Die is a movie that came out in 2012.
Yeah, and A Quiet Place also came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that's really good.
Yeah, I heard. There's a crazy monster chasing people. If there's sound, and then John Krasinski stares at the camera and just goes, does his little Jim Halpert smug.
Yeah.
No.
There's a pretty good mashup of the Quiet Place trailer with a bunch of Office clips.
Nice.
So go looking for that.
But what it sounds like is John Krasinski has made his mark here, as this movie currently with top critics has 100% Rotten Tomato with 39 reviews.
Wow.
John Krasinski, Jim Halpert from The Office, directed this and starred in this movie with his wife, and he also co-wrote it. So,
they just basically made their own production house.
Yeah.
to make
I
this
guess
thing.
John Krasinski has been directing movies a little bit. He executive produced that Manchester by the Sea movie. What else did he direct, though? Anyway, he's been, like, kind of, I guess, directing some indie stuff, so it's been kind of like his... I'm moving from actor to director a little bit here, you know, so I'm glad. I'm glad he did well. It's awesome. He seemed like a really nice guy, and I loved him in The Office, so... he and his wife and his fake children run away from scary monsters that chase after noises, so... It looks really cool. I'm excited to see this one. Lauren saw it and said it was great. So she said it's really interesting in the theater because you're like, feel bad for eating your popcorn because it gets real quiet.
The movie's really quiet. So Ready Player One.
Yes.
It made like 114 million at the box office. I assume that's good-ish.
I liked it. I don't know if I'd give this a 3 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5.
It was definitely fun.
I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. I liked it. It was really good. And it
What did
actually
you think
made
about
me...
like how different it was from the book?
So it was very different from the book. And I think I like the book a lot more in terms of the world building in the book. At least in the Oasis was a lot more large. In the book, Wade Watts, Parzival, is going to school is a big plot, know, in the Oasis and stuff. And then he is, it's a lot more of like him trying to put the clues together to figure out the mystery. Whereas in the movie, the clues are just like, and Lauren said, it was just seemed like they'd be like sitting there, be like, "I got it," and then someone would know exactly what to do next. It wasn't like them piecing together all these parts. There's a little bit of that, but I get it though. And it was, I will say, incredible looking. Like just the action in this movie, like that. They start off with a car chase as the first challenge, and boy, was that just impressive to watch.
Yeah, that was basically
really cool.
Spielberg like playing all the hits.
Yes,
Like there's giant monsters, explosions.
T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and King Kong, and it was just really fun to watch. Like it was really exciting, and I think the movie it was paced really well. It flowed really well. It hit all the story beats.
I think the movie picked up on the theme of like spending too much time living in nostalgia better than the book did.
Yes. I thought the book did it okay, but maybe that was just because I picked that up from the book myself, reading it, and I was thinking about that a lot, and maybe I just read into it more. But yes, I think that the story of the book and of the movie is the creator of the Oasis, which is the VR world. Basically, was a single guy and very introverted, and kind of was obsessed with what he was obsessed with, and his pop culture that he loved, and he never really let anyone in, and he kind of missed his chance to. And I forgot that, in the book, his girl that he liked married his co-creator after he basically didn't make a move, when they went out. And they kind of split up as friends and co-creators because of that. So, and it was kind of like a, like go for it, like don't, make friends, get out there in the world and experience, relationships and not just, focus on I don't know. It's a little bit better played out, I think, to see it in the movie, because you get to see people and the relationships they make. I like the casting. I liked, they did a really good job with H, which I won't spoil because it's just fun. It's the same as in the book, similar in the book.
Similar,
and still fun. And I really liked Shoto and Daito, Sho and Daito as well, which that was fun.
Which one's the one that's like 11?
Yeah, I think it's Sho. He's an 11-year-old
that was a good,
Chinese American kid, and he's like a badass. And then Daito is a Japanese American kid as well. So it was they did a good job with that because I think they were that way in the book too, actually. Anyway, and I won't spoil the second challenge, which someone had hinted that they appreciated that Spielberg was able to delve into his own fandom and nostalgia in a challenge, instead of going where the book went with Ernest Cline's nostalgia with like War Games and Monty Python. This was like, what is Spielberg a big fan of, and what kind of movies would he like to base
who in film
nostalgia
did he
challenge
look
off
up
of?
to?
Yeah, and
You
what
mean his
filmmaker
movies?
did he look up to? No.
Himself?
He is he had a very I guess close relationship / admiration of a particular American director who's very well beloved, and he was able to use some of that. And I don't want to spoil it because it's really good and really neat, and that part was awesome. That part really had me
The way
smiling.
they were able to stitch together, like, I don't know if they
The music, when the
sets
music
physically
hit, oh,
and stuff.
they
but
did. I think they used film from the original, and then
they used file
over it.
footage, and they were able to integrate that so everything looked seamless.
I'm not going to ask any further, but I just want to know if it's this one director. Is it Francis Ford Coppola?
No,
Okay.
No.
Then,
no.
Oh man,
I think you're in the right era,
Godfather would
but
have been cool. Yeah.
yeah.
no, not Godfather, but anyway, it was a joy, and I guessed it too. I didn't want to find out, but I guessed it because I had heard someone said it was that, and I knew Spielberg and this director who kind of co-directed a movie after he died.
You're hinting too much.
I'm hinting too much, yes. But anyway, you should go see the movie if you like a fun action movie that's got like cool Easter eggs in it and is fun. It's just a fun movie. I don't know how to describe it. It's a summer action movie, but with a little bit more depth to it than your what's his name? Who's the guy who directs all
Michael
those
Bay.
terrible Bad Boys movies?
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. Yeah, it's like a Michael Bay kind of fun movie, but directed by Steven Spielberg, so it's like well put together.
So it's like a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's like a
And
I don't wanna
like
compare
the
it to-
fun kind of Spielberg, not like the Schindler's List kind of Spielberg.
Yeah, it's
He
like
really
Schindler's
has
List.
two speeds.
Yeah, so the second challenge takes place in Schindler's List. I'm kidding. No.
It's like, I have to remember all the names on the list. Okay,
And then just
Halliday
turn
was
into
a big fan
Wolfenstein.
of these. Oh, God. Halliday was like an alt-writer and
Yeah. Yep.
was just a huge fan of Nazis.
I think this is probably closer to a Munich. No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to like think through his like movie history and like what movies
It's really
he
like
directed.
a Saving
this is
Private
close to.
Ryan.
No. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Wait. Oh, he didn't direct this movie, did he?
The whole movie's just a remake of E.T.
No. Who directed Gremlins? He didn't direct that.
Who did direct Gremlins?
He
I looked it
produced. He was a producer on that, if I remember.
There was a gremlin
no.
in the movie.
Anyway, he. This is oh boy, I can't say because all of his movies are so good, and this is definitely not as good as some of his like classics, like Jurassic Park or other fun ones. But I don't know. There's nothing to compare it to. Maybe Lost World.
It's kind of like the episode of Columbo that he directed in 1970.
Yeah, exactly. If you remember that, classic. I don't know. How about like but it's not like Minority Report because it's fun. Minority Report's just interesting.
Minority Report.
I don't know.
The Color Purple?
Yeah, there it is. You got it. Anyway, it was a fun movie that he did.
So, a lot of this movie takes place like in VR, essentially, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But should I see this in theaters, knowing that I don't have time?
No.
Okay.
I'm
No,
not
I
going
don't-
to say you.
I don't think it necessarily has to be a theater movie.
Okay.
Yes. I definitely wouldn't say if you don't have a lot of time, definitely don't go out of your way to go see this in theaters. It's fun and good, but if you don't see it in the theater and you catch it on video, you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm glad I saw it in the theater just because of how the spectacle, but I feel like you'd probably be fine. This isn't
But at the same time, if you're gonna watch it on DVD or whatever, then you have the ability to pause, because the scenes are just these densely packed I Spies of pop culture explosion. So you can possibly be like, oh, that's Jim Raynor, that's that character, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Hello Kitty in the background. Just weird, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, overall, really fun. I enjoyed it.
I would probably do the pausing on a second watch through.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Scott Pilgrim's level of that.
Oh god, that movie's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because Edgar Wright is a really good director.
I need to watch that again.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's Ready Player One. All right, TJ, what have you been up to?
So I'm going. I've been messing with my Verve account because I no longer have Crunchyroll nor Funimation. I have both.
Verve, VRV.
VRV. For $2 more per month, you can get access to both of those. $2 more than one of those services. You get access to both and a bunch of other weird crap.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going back and rewatching some stuff. And since you're talking about a movie that basically takes place all in VR, I'm watching an anime that takes place all in technically a VR space. I'm rewatching Hack Sign.
Hack Sign.
Are you familiar with this, Matt?
No. I guess it's a book series, but the only anime-ish VR thing I'm aware of is Sword Art.
Yeah, and Sword Art's basically a blatant ripoff of Hack, and they try to make it more actiony and fun and more shonen. More teenage boy idea. And whereas Hack, I don't want to say it's more of more for intellectuals because it's about interpersonal relationships.
It's the thinking man's VR anime movie.
Exactly. Even though it takes place, so before I get to my Kingdom Hearts level of what the hell is going on with the entire series, let's just break down this what's going on in Hack Sign. So in the near future, 2007. Is it 2007? I don't know. This took place back in 97 is when they actually
it's
wrote
a
this.
fictional 2009.
Fictional
I'm
2009.
At the Wikipedia pages.
There we go.
In the year 2000. Yes.
So, in a fictional year 2009, online gaming years ago was basically completely banned, and the internet worldwide is now operated by one company, the CC Corporation. And they eventually released one online game called The World. It is a massively multiplayer online RPG. The typical kind of character classes. Long swordsman, dual blade, heavy axe, wave master is just magic person, etc. And the story starts where you see this young wave master, Tsukasa. He is kind of dazed and confused. Turns out he has a slight bit of amnesia. And after a little bit of him interacting with other people, you find out that his consciousness is entirely in the game, and his body is no longer in front of a computer. Because his body is basically fallen into a coma. It's really only happened to him. It's not something that's affecting everybody, as is the case with Sword Art Online.
I was going to say, this sounds like Sword Art Online to me.
Well, exactly, but it predated it, and really did just where Sword Art Online, while yes, it does focus on relationships, Sword Art Online also is big on the action. Hack that really does not focus on the action. It is definitely focusing on the relationships between the people. So, throughout the story, you've got the whole cast of characters. You've got people who betray each other. You've got people who've got ulterior motives. You've got people who are really just doing dumb crap for fun, including player killing. It's definitely, if you watch the first 2 episodes and you don't like it, I wouldn't continue. But if you get intrigued at that point, it's worth a watch. The series does get complicated because there are, I want to say, 4 different anime series, 2 sets of OVA animations, where I think there's like 3 or 4 OVAs in a set, and those 2 sets of OVAs correspond with series of video games, where you watch one and you play an entire video game. And then your save file will carry over from one video game to the next, and then you watch the next one, and then you play that game. Because the OVAs take place in the real world, while the stuff in the video game is happening in the video game world.
Okay.
And I really want to go back and play the original series. The problem is the original quadrilogy of games was PS2.
Yeah, Dot Hack Infection I remember playing.
Yeah. I have Infection.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah, it's great. I love Infection. And you'll understand a lot more of Infection if you watch Dot Hack Sign first, because Sign takes place before.
Yeah.
But yeah,
oh, I thought this was expensive. I was like, oh man, getting a copy is expensive. It's at $70 on Amazon, but that's new.
Yeah.
Used is $10. So
Infection, Mutation are easier to find, but Quarantine and Outbreak are the real gems and really hard to find.
Yeah, Outbreak is. Yeah, well, they're not so expensive, but
how bad?
$35 for Outbreak, which is kind of a lot for a PS2
game.
And what was Dot Hack
Quarantine.
4?
Yeah, Quarantine.
Quarantine is not cheap. I'll tell you that right now. Dot Hack Quarantine, the final chapter, is new, $277.
Not surprised.
Used, $130.
Okay. Yeah.
Because nobody bought this, apparently.
So then after this quadrilogy of games, the next set of games they made was Dot Hack GU, and they made 3 of those games. Well, those were remastered in a single PS4 package.
Oh, okay.
And I have that, and that PS4 package on the one Blu-ray comes with all 3 of those games. They made a 4th game and put it in there. It came with all of the OVAs that are attached to those games. They added a cheat mode if you just want to play through and just get through the story of the games. And I'm hoping that if this is successful enough, they'll re-release the old quadrilogy on PS4, because I want to finish that story. But I doubt it.
This is insane. I'm just looking at like old games, and like prices have gone up a lot.
Yeah.
Like, so this made me think of an old 360 game, which I played. I didn't play very much of it because it wasn't great. But Lost Odyssey, remember this? This was the
ooh, yes,
music by or directed by some Final Fantasy dude.
Yeah,
I forget who directed it. Regardless, brand new copy, $72. I think I got this thing for fucking $10 at Best Buy on clearance.
About a year ago, it was free with Xbox Live Gold, so I have that. I play that on my Xbox One.
Nice. But the crazy thing is, looking at this used, it's $30 on Amazon. Mm-hmm. Like, what? Man, I'll sell that fucking game. Like,
it's also a 3 or 4 disc game.
Yeah, it is. I have all of them. It just kind of blows my mind at like how some of this stuff, like 360 games, are worth money, and like I'm like, I'll sell my copy of Lost Odyssey and make $30. Like I could get it digitally, like you said. Like, why do I need the fucking copy? It's not something I cherish when I have a hard copy of.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just kind of crazy. Like, especially like looking at Super Nintendo games, like because of like I think speedrunning has gotten so huge. Like,
oh yeah,
Although a lot of times speedrunning, you want the Japanese version, to do that, and those are expensive.
Yeah.
Looking at so I was looking at one that I know is super expensive. Super Mario RPG.
80?
No.
40.
It is 60.
Okay.
I paid, I think, $20 for this like 6 years ago. Games are kind of ridiculous. Like,
Got one more point in my little anime corner because I hit the
yes.
the fun. I hit the Funimation side because I've been watching this one dubbed, but I've watched 2 episodes of a different one on the Crunchyroll side because Persona 5 the animation is starting to release.
Yes.
So episode 1 came out not yesterday but last Saturday. So for people listening on the audio podcast, that would have been the 7th. And then episode 2 came out yesterday on the 14th.
So what is that exactly? Is that like
it's
the
an animation
story?
retelling? It's animation retelling of the game.
Okay.
And
Not like
the
supplemental.
the Persona animes are done really well. There is a supplemental thing called Persona 5: The Daybreakers, and that just kind of takes place in the middle of the entire story, but it's something not fleshed out in the game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I want to play the game or watch that. I think I want to play the game.
Play the game. You gotta play the game first.
Okay. I need to get through that. I was like, earlier, I was trying to think of like, what I want to play a game. Like, I want to play a game, like, get started, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy The Witcher 3 on my computer, because I bought it for PS4, and I think it was on sale for $20 on Steam this weekend, and I was like, and it was the Game of the Year
Complete
edition with all the stuff, and I was like, I don't have the stuff on my PS4, and heck, those DLCs are like $20 a piece anyway, so, and then it wasn't on sale today. I guess the sale was just Friday and Saturday, so I was like, well, I guess not. And I tried to get my 360 controller to hook up to my computer, and it would not hook up. My wireless dongle kept installing itself in my computer as a Texas Instruments calculator like connection. So like something's fucked up with this thing. It's not sending the right information to my computer for it to plug and play. So I bought it. I just ordered another one on Amazon. I was worried too because I was like, fuck, am I shit out of luck with this? Because like they definitely aren't making those 360 adapters anymore. And I've got like a bunch of these 360 controllers still, and I don't feel like buying an Xbox One controller and dongle. Nope, Amazon had them for $23 and like 5-star reviews from the seller. So it's like, these are like the legit, So I was like, all right, fine, $20. I don't have to buy a fucking, because I think the Xbone X one is like 50 or something, but it comes, or 60, and it comes with a controller or something like that. And I got way too many of these 360 controllers laying around. So
yeah.
Did you watch any of the animes I suggested?
Not yet. Although I do want to finish Fooly Cooly. I know I just started that.
Okay, it's 6 episodes, so
I know. I'm
you can get through it pretty quick.
I'm an episode and a half in.
Okay.
So that's 25% of the way done.
Okay.
I can suggest
the other ones you suggested?
the anime
Or was that in the,
Castlevania on Netflix.
Discord? I do want to watch that.
It's
the
only like
Castlevania
4
anime?
episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, they make the adapter for the Windows for the Xbox One is actually just a little like USB stick.
Yeah,
you
it
plug
is.
in, and it's more expensive still. It's $25, but
if you have one of the newer version Xbox One controllers, there's Bluetooth built into it. So if you have any sort of Bluetooth dongle, it'll
yeah,
work.
I don't have Bluetooth on my computer.
Well, I bought Bluetooth dongles years ago, so
Yeah, I know. The worst part about this that you're showing me is that earlier today, I was like, "Can I hook up my PS4 controller?" I don't think does it work through the USB or does it have to go Bluetooth?
it can work through USB. It requires a little bit of stuff. Well,
Okay.
I know
Because I know these don't
I
work
know it
through the
can't-
adapter that's USB.
correct. But I know it can work through USB because we have a controller tester at GameStop now, and we connect with USB in order to get those working for
Okay.
PS4. So
Okay.
try it out.
I got the dongle coming, so I'll just use my 360 controller when I get it.
Yeah.
And the worst part is you hold that thing up, and I just realized that I think I threw out my old. I had like a netbook laptop that was ancient from like 2008. I bought it, and it was like kind of falling apart. I think I had a USB dongle on that, and I don't know if I took it off before I threw it away.
I think years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, I got 2 of these for $5
Yeah,
on Amazon. They're whatever.
I know. I need to check. I feel like I would have taken that off, but maybe I didn't. And but they're cheap as hell. Like they're like like you said, you can get them for like $5-10. So yeah. Anyway, but I like the 360 controller. Like it just works really well. I think I like the PS4 controller more for holding, But like I got so many of these around, like I got to use them for something.
Yeah.
And until I get another computer in the basement or a TV in the basement, I'm not really going to have the 360 or PS3 hooked up. I think the second TV will be the like 360 PS3 TV. And I've got this Amazon Fire TV that I removed from the TV that we threw away. Because I had my first HD TV I ever owned, I threw away on this move because it worked, kind of.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it just flickered after it was on for about a half hour, and then sometimes if you turned it on and off enough, it would stop flickering for a while until you like let it cool off. So I was like, you know what? This thing is a fucking piece of shit. It's only 42 inches, and you can buy a new like 32-inch TV for like $160. So a good one too. I'm like, yeah, I'll just buy a new one if I need one.
So random question for you, John. How many PS4 controllers do you have?
3.
3.
So I could spare one for my computer.
Yeah. No, what I was going to say is if you ever picked up or ever found one cheap, one of those Cronus Max Plus little devices, they look like a USB stick. The way those things work is they let me use any controller on any system. So like back before I had a good amount of PS4 controllers, I could use my Xbox One controller to play PS4 with that device.
I mean, the button layouts are basically the same. So
I could use a 360 controller on a PS3. I could use PS3 controller on PS4. You could use keyboard and mouse on Xbox One or PS4. It was great.
It seems like a nice thing. Is the D-pad on the D-pad on the PS4 controller is really good, right?
It's decent
because it's better than this fucking piece of shit.
Yes.
The D-pad on the 360 is fucking dog shit.
Unless you get the better 360 controllers that have the flip option that switches to a plus style.
Yep.
But no, I hate the disc. Hate the disc.
It's really imprecise.
It is one step better than the Duke D-pad.
What was that?
For the old Xbox? That thing was more disky than that one was.
Yeah, I like the thing I like about the 360 controller, and I'll put it up on screen again, is I really love the placement of the analog sticks on this. That just feels natural to have. I don't know if I can show it. Just the way that your hand sits on this thing, I love.
Yeah.
And the PS4 is good too, but I often find when I'm playing a game on PS4, this is so fucking like minute. But when I'm playing a game on PS4, I feel like the controller slides up my hands a lot, and I have to keep like putting it down, because with this you have like one hand higher up on it and one lower, so it's like I don't know. I like the handles on the PS4 better than this though. They're big. I get a good grip on them.
Nintendo Switch Pro controller solves all those issues.
That is a great controller.
Love it.
That's a good controller. And it's got a good heft to it as well.
I kind of want a second one.
Yeah, they're so pricey.
Yeah,
but, I got the Splatoon one, which is the
Splatoon one. That's cool.
Yeah, the dual colored.
Yeah,
it was $5 more, or actually, I think it was $5 cheaper on Amazon. I don't know. It was a pre-order, so I think they just had some sort of deal going on. So I was like, hell, I'll buy that one. Why not?
40 hours of battery life on a full charge.
Oh, it's a.
I forget to charge the stupid thing.
It's a joy. Yeah, I never charge it. Yeah, my PS4 controllers die in about an hour.
Yeah.
But they charge quick. And the nice thing about the fact that you have like a universal like USB charger is I just have a USB for my phone next to my couch, and I just plug it into that, and it's like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so nope. Matt, what have you been up to?
Yeah. Being surrounded by very annoying cats right now. But I started playing a game called Steam World Dig 2. And it says on the startup screen that it's best played with a controller. But I do not have one. So I just play it with the keyboard and mouse, and it seems to work fine.
Hey, Matt, I know someone who has a lot of controllers at his house. I just need an adapter for it.
Oh, weird.
It's true.
I
have like 5 of these.
Nice.
They keep breaking.
This was one of
so
the
new ones.
This was one of the Amazon Prime Twitch games for
Wait, really?
month, the month of April. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to get on that.
So I don't know. Is this like this is like a whole genre of games, right? Where you're just digging endlessly. Because I think there's a few other games that do this, but it's it's a very sort of all the parts I like about Minecraft, which is breaking shit, and it's very relaxing and fun, and you're a little robot lady with blue skin or blue.
Is that kind of roguelike
metal.
Too?
I don't know. Because that
I haven't looked at a lot of Steam. Go ahead.
There's a cat here that I have to deal with. It doesn't seem like, I don't think any of it's like procedurally generated or anything.
Okay.
So, at least it doesn't seem like it. It seems like everything is kind of constructed in a certain way.
Cool.
Yeah.
I played this on. It originally launched on the Switch, and I actually, I think they talked about how like this game, like just sold like crazy on the Switch because I think it was one of the first, like indie titles that was like on the Switch, and like now the Switch has like 500 games you can buy on it. It's kind of blown up.
Yeah.
So it's not quite like as easy to stand out. I really like the first one, which I think I got for free on PS Plus a while ago, and I like that a lot. And then I saw this came out. It's $15.
Simple game. It's just like go out, dig, find stuff, bring it back to town, sell it, upgrade your equipment, go out and dig.
Yeah, and I think what's great about it too is that it's that kind of like Minecraft, like find, collect, upgrade loop. But there's like challenge rooms with like platforming challenges or boss battles that kind of add like some extra, like when you'll find like a room and it'll be like, all right, go through this room and get the loot to like the cog or whatever it is to upgrade your like, stuff, and those are fun too.
And I really like. I think I have it set on like newbie mode, so this might not be something that's on all the time, but my map will show like a little check mark over a cave entrance if I've collected all the secret stuff in there. So I don't like, I'll know when I have all the stuff and I can stop wasting my time looking around.
Yeah. No, it's a really good game. Like, was that this year or did it come out last fall? I think it was last fall.
I think last fall, yeah.
Yeah, because I probably would have put that. Well, I don't think it would have made my top 10 list because, 2017 was pretty fucking stacked with awesome games. But it would have been an honorable mention at the very least. I don't even remember looking back if it was in my top 10.
Yeah,
it may have been
originally released in September 2017.
Okay.
On the Nintendo eShop.
Yes, I got it like the release weekend. I think it came out. I'm gonna look at my top 10 list from 2017 and see if it was on there because I can't remember even. Let's see here. SteamWorld Dig 2 it was number 8. All right, yeah, I liked it a lot. Really good game, and it's a good length. Yeah, it was great on the Switch because it's kind of easy to like just play a little bit, explore a little bit, do like one run down in the mines and collect stuff and come back up and then take a break. So,
Yeah, because it's like saving every time you fast travel back up, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just
Yep.
saving? Because there's no save button anywhere,
Yes.
so I figured it's just periodically doing something.
Yeah, it's constantly saving. So, oh, it's a good game. Oh, I don't know, Matt. Matt, I feel like I hear some noise. Some.
Oh, weird. What kind of noise?
Is there
like,
buzzing noise going on right now?
I don't know. Is there something wrong with like the
Oh,
electronics or?
oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
It's your boy, John, this week with the Melissophilia moment. I'm stealing Matt's one segment.
It's my
No,
one
I'm
job
not.
on the show.
I'm not.
You're taking it from me.
You can turn the bees off because I wanted to use this to introduce a new thing that I've become. You know, we talk about the bowels of Reddit. Maybe we'll get into the bowels tonight. I don't know if we have enough time to do both.
There's usually time to end up in the bowel.
It's usually time to get up in those bowels. But I actually found and I didn't find this. My fiance found this Reddit, and it's her like favorite new Reddit section. It's called Reddit r/that happened. And I think it's like a conjunction of like memes and like her other favorite Reddit, which is r/old people Facebook, which is just really bad Facebook posts from old people. And so that's what this Reddit is. It's finding the truest, 100% accurate and true things. I saw the Joel McHale show on Netflix with Joel McHale. I actually created a segment for this Reddit now where they do a reenactment of the true story that's from That Happened. So I'm excited that this has been picked up. But let's talk about this one. Where the Redditor says, found this gem on a video about a woman rescuing a bee. Here it is. I saved a little bee from water. He was curled up and floating on top of the water cup under the lid. I worked on him for like 15 minutes to bring him back. And sure enough, he slowly came back to life. He ended up over 30 miles from his hive. I fed him sugar water, and he slept in my room for the night. I'd like to mention that it's a female bee, if it's there, and not a male bee. But whatever. I fed him some sugar water, and he flew out my window. The next morning, he was at my window. You know, the little bee tapping at the glass, throwing rocks,
He's got
little
a
pebbles
boom
against
box.
the window. Yeah, he's got the boom box.
Do you like jazz?
Yes, asking about jazz.
Jazz. I just want you to know that didn't go unnoticed, TJ.
And so I let him in, and I fed him again. Every morning for 5 days, he came back for food, and I kept my window cracked so he could fly in whenever he needed to. But on the 6th morning, I woke up to not 1, but 4 bees on my bedroom. I fed them too, but 4 bees turned over to 100 bees. When I walked outside, they all followed me everywhere, and they were all over me. It was pretty awesome to make friends like that. That story is 100% true and accurate because you read it on the internet. So
Yeah.
So-
the first red flag is how does she know that he's 30 miles from his hive?
yeah,
Okay.
let's
I mean, this is truly like Melissophilia.
Oh yeah, this lady was like fucking this fucking bee.
And then
so-
100 bees turned into a man made of bees, and that man came into my bedroom at night. And
He
made
sounded
sweet,
like
sweet
Jerry
love to me.
Seinfeld.
And they had a son who was in
Every
iCarly.
time he said the word bee, he kept talking faster and faster.
Yeah. And then every time he said B, the song "We Are Number One" played. And oh no! All right, let's find some more because there's some good stuff here, and that happened.
Yeah.
And
I
so
stumble
you'll
onto
know-
this one occasionally, and the thing I like about it is it'll start like realistic, but it'll just become
Yeah. Yep.
crazier as it goes until at the end it's like, and then everyone stood and gave me a standing
Yes.
ovation, and they cheered
Every
and
time
carried me
it's
out the
people
room.
clapping, and then everyone clapped. That's how it ends every time. All right, let's read this one. One time in high school, a teacher called me a she. So I said, "I'm actually a boy, miss." Then one of my classmates slams his hands on the desks and shouts, "You're no boy." I turned around to him. He said, "You're a man." I turned back sheepishly smiling, while all my male classmates cheered and shouted. My teacher simply smiled, apologized, and the lesson continued. I'm thankful for that moment in my life. It gives me hope for the future, that more trans people will be supported and visible. 100,000 shares on Tumblr. That really happened. Exactly the way that's put out. So, yeah. Anyway, that's one. That's a good story. I don't think it happened. All right, let's talk about this one. This one was described by a Redditor, Don't Lose Your Ed, by "It deteriorates the more you read on."
How many D's are on that Ed?
Only one.
Okay, so it's not double D.
No.
Okay.
It's I don't remember which Ed that one is, but anyway.
Neither do I.
Not double D. One time in first grade, I caught a daddy longlegs and put it in a jar and brought it to school for show and tell. And all the boys cheered and all the girls screamed. And then I opened the jar and let the spider crawl into my hand. And suddenly, a girl sitting in the front row screamed so loud and shrill that I violently jumped back in surprise. And the spider got so emotionally confused. Okay? It jumped off my hand and sailed across the room and landed on some kid's forehead. And the kid immediately went insane, started thrashing around and headbanging and punching himself in the face and kicking, I know, right? and kicking desks and chairs and other kids trying to get it off. And the entire class erupts into a volcanic explosions of prepubescent chaos. And everyone is running around in circles, screaming and crying and shaking. And then my teacher jumps onto a desk and shouts, "For Narnia!" at the top of her lungs, and dives headfirst into the crowd, takes out the entire class with a flying tackle, and everyone goes down in a hog pile of first graders, and the whole time I'm just standing there in awe, and the whole time the spider's like, seriously guys, I don't need this right now. What is this story even?
It's a nice little creative writing class.
This reminds me of The Simpsons.
Somebody had to express some imagination.
Yeah, when Ralph says he saw the teacher and the principal in the closet and they were making babies, and I saw one of the babies and he looked at me like, no, you didn't see any of this. Anyway, so yeah,
Hello, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
I'm going to keep an eye out on this one for some choice ones in future, so maybe there'll be a That Happened segment moving forward, because these are fucking choice. I just had to use the crossover of Melissophilia for that B1 to get this new segment off the ground, so.
All right, important update.
Yeah?
I just put insoles in my shoes, and they feel wonderful.
Well, what kind? Dr. Scholl's?
No, just some generic Walgreens ones.
What is the Walgreens Dr. Scholl's? Like Professor Shoes? Does that have a fake name?
Oh, did I already throw it away? Where is my thing for it? Yeah, I think I threw it away already.
Nice feet pads.
Or did it end up in here?
Yeah, they're like...
No. Oh, there goes my head.
Anyway. I wish I could find it. I mean, all I can find are Dr. Scholl's online, so... Those are nice.
As the late, great Mitch Hedberg once said, Dr. Scholl's is a doctor, which means he went to school for a long time. But it doesn't take a doctor to know that it feels better to walk on a cushion. I would buy that thing from a Mr. Scholl's, or even a Senor Scholl.
Mitch Hedberg.
Oh,
man. May he rest in peace.
He
God, that guy was awesome.
Heroin.
He did. He loved making great jokes and doing a lot of heroin.
He had a lot of high level wordplay, but he just played it off like it was just the way he thinks.
Yeah. That's like the thing about stand-up comedy, is that people are like, "Oh, it's easy, just get up there and talk." It's like, no, man, that guy planned that shit out real good. Yep. That's why he was so good at it, because
it's kind of like our podcast. It seems like really casual and off the cuff, but we're all just reading from a script. We spend days.
Yeah, we got the full
stuff.
script here. Here's the next part. Matt is going to say, John is the greatest script writer.
The greatest script writer.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
did you just add that? I don't remember that being in the table.
Yeah, I got the doc open here. I'm typing as we go. So some things are improv, but that's it. I don't know. Does anyone else have? Come on, we got to have some other stuff. What have you been doing, TJ?
I played a game.
What game?
Oh, besides Adventure Capitalist, because we're all playing Adventure Capitalist.
I am.
And I'd be playing it right now if I wasn't using that phone to...
Damn it. I don't know where my phone went, or else I'd be playing it right now.
I was tier 8 for the event for like a brief shining moment.
So it's like impossible to be tier 8.
Yeah.
But I am getting those mega bucks. I almost have Mars open. So I still want to play Mars. But I went a little bit old school. I got into my dot hack kick, and I have that dot hack GU game, but I didn't want to. I fell asleep trying to play it. But I got up early one morning. I'm like, you know what? I haven't played in a while. I never beat Dark Cloud way back when on the PS2.
I never did either.
And I've had it digital on the PS4 for probably a year now. I want to play more Dark Cloud.
Yeah, I think I talked about this in an old podcast. I bought Dark Cloud 2 on PS4.
Yeah, you did.
And because I never played that when I heard it was really good, and people are like, it's even better than the first one. And I really like it, but yeah, I haven't played that first one. I haven't played that in decades.
They need to release more PS2 stuff
over
on PS4. Because
yeah,
I would probably buy a lot more, and I'm a big fan of the old Grand Theft Auto games, and one that everyone tells me is so good, I've never even touched, and that's Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
I have, I believe, 3 copies of Vice City, and none of them play. Because something is up with the Vice City discs, is that they just fucking wear out. I don't know what happened when they made them, but they need, I don't know, they need to put it out in a format I can fucking play. So I have it on Steam, I think. Yep. And so I can play it on there, but it's kind of janky. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll play it on Steam and make myself invincible and just play through the whole game. Because the problem with those old games is the 0 checkpoints.
I could probably read this entire list of PS2 games on PS4 in one breath if I attempted to.
Yeah. Well, it's because they want people to sign up for their PS Now subscription, I think.
But there's not more PS2 games on there. It's just all PS3 stuff. I
know. And it's kind of like the 360 when they, put a lot of those on backwards compatibility, and it was I think a while they weren't doing it, but now it seems like every fucking 360 game is backwards compatible, which is awesome,
including the ones that shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, weird shit, and it's they can get this shit figured out. Sony, where the fuck are you? I don't know. I think Sony is just kind of taking a back seat. I mean, I know there's people that have used to work at Sony, and they're just I don't know. Especially with the Fortnite stuff. Why? I don't know why they won't let us connect, or Rocket League servers.
Rocket League, Minecraft.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's because Microsoft did the same to Sony when they asked.
Yep.
And so
Microsoft did it when they were the market leaders. Yeah. Sony is doing it now that they're the market leaders.
It's just a little petty, and it sucks because the people that pay the price are the gamers. The people aren't going to be like, oh, I can play with PS4 people. I got to buy myself an Xbox One. No. They're just doing this because they can.
Ooh, they're going to do the Summoner games. Summoner and Summoner 2 are coming to PS2 and PS4.
I don't know what that is.
They're RPGs from PS2.
Okay, I don't remember playing those.
Apparently Star Ocean Till the End of Time is on there as well.
That's been on there a long time.
almost a year now, but
Yeah.
I'm really surprised because Star Wars Until the End of Time used the PS2's pressure-sensitive face buttons.
Are those not existent on the PS4?
No, those aren't on PS3 or PS4.
Oh, I didn't even know. I just
Yeah.
assumed like they carried over every upgrade every generation.
No, the pressure-sensitive buttons, only a few games required them. Like I know the Bouncer did.
Oh yeah, I
But,
played
The
that game.
bouncer. The
Yeah.
bouncer.
It's one of the first games I bought for my PS2.
Me too.
That was, like, such
I
a-
bought it at
that
a
was such-
Sam's Club.
That was such like a bait and switch though, because it was like, this is the Final Fantasy people, and they're like, yeah, it's not at all like any of those games.
It's an RPG 3D fighter
Yeah.
with really bad voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that was a lot
I
of
agree.
PS2
It was
games.
awesome.
I know, but when you were like a kid, you like everything you bought was like, no, this is great. I would have wasted my time on something. You gotta defend your purchases to the hilt because you can only buy one game every like 3 months. So you're just like,
The great thing about
This-
the bouncer was you upgraded your uppercut enough, you could just like spam uppercut and have like the enemies would just stay in the air until they were dead. It was great.
By
No
by
strategy.
the end of the game, when you had to deal with the enemies that were always blocking, there was an unblockable attack you used to do. I think you held down R2 and hit square, where basically you just rolled over and did a kick from the ground upside down,
Yeah.
all right.
and you just kept re-spamming that over and over again to
This
actually
is
do
your-
anything.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
this
That's
is
the
your-
one. Yeah.
This is your patented born in the 80s, the bouncer tips and tricks
The bouncer
section.
fancast.
Next week we're gonna have some tips and tricks on how to beat that final boss. It's a real doozy. But
Here's a preview of that. You do that move that TJ just described over and over again.
Yes.
you guys remember on PS2 getting the like demo discs from
Yes.
like
Yeah.
PlayStation Underground?
Mhm.
They would have like the fucking trailers on them. They'd have like video segments where like they had like designers, and then they would have like here the tips and tricks section, and like it'd just be like a video of a guy being like, all right, to beat this level in Jet Moto, you got to use this shortcut. Like, it's like, this is so ridiculous. Like, it was like the internet didn't exist, you know? So this is how you would get your content, you know? And I remember subscribing to that, thinking it was like the PlayStation Underground is like, I get demos every, month, so I can try out new games. It's like it's pays for itself, mom and dad.
So it's pretty cool.
And I was like, this magazine is actually a game I can play on my, console, which is so cool. I have those, like a big pile of those discs somewhere. I hope I didn't toss those out because the video game website Giant Bomb does a segment called, they do a video series called Demo Derby where they go through a lot of those old demo discs. And there is some fucking joy on those discs. Just some ridiculous like old E3 footage and stuff, and like old interviews with like game designers, and like there was like a video they had of like the Spyro team like playing like stickball on an ice hockey rink. As like, we got the team out today, to play this, and they're showing off like how in Spyro there's like an ice level. It was so ridiculous, but like that content like exists. I'm sure you can find that stuff on YouTube, because I'm sure someone's archived it, but like. That just like fun, goofy, like late '90s, or it would have been early 2000s in PS2 kind of shit. Like was just really ridiculous. So, and a lot of those demos are real bad. Like some real bad old games. Like a lot of Tony Hawk wannabe clones back then. Because that was Tony Hawk was the battleground or battle royale of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Because everyone wanted a skateboard game. Like,
Well, for the longest time, I only played Tony Hawk on a demo disc, and it was just that one warehouse level.
yes,
with
the
like
same.
oh
my God.
what's that fucking band? The Goldbergs or something? The Goldfinger? No, Gold.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh my God. So, do you remember on the GameCube, and I think it was on PS2, the Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure game?
No.
You never played this?
No, I didn't.
So I know of this because there on, I believe it was the Awesome Games Done Quick or Summer Games Done Quick, somebody speed ran Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. And it's like Tony Hawk, except for that you play as like different like Disney characters. So Tarzan, he's got like a little wood skateboard. He's skating around and grinding on like vines. Simba is skateboarding around like the boneyard, like collecting all the like the skate. It was exactly like Tony Hawk's. And there's a Buzz Lightyear level. There's a creative player human skater for a level, and Metacritic, the GameCube version, 76 out of 100, so not awful. Oh, there's an Xbox version as well, because it came out in 2003. Oh, original Xbox, not 360.
Yeah, old Xbox, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, I just remember seeing that and being like, yeah. This is listed in the Tony Hawk's series, so maybe it was made by the same designers? No, Toys for Bob. That's okay. The creator of the Disney Extreme Skate Adventure video game were the people that created, the classic PC game Star Control and Star Control 2. Like, they made these classic PC, like, sci-fi RPG adventures. And then they're like, oh, no, actually, we'll make... They made a 102 Dalmatians game that was on Dreamcast, Game Boy Color, Windows, and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Extreme Skate Adventure. Hey, you gotta pay the bills.
In the early 2000s, they switched to all Skylanders, so I'm sure they're doing great.
Yeah, Well, actually, they are doing great because they recently put out, or they're putting out the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy on the Switch. They're doing the port work. And they are putting out the Spyro Reignited trilogy. So, good for Toys for Bob, They've been doing some juking with what they're working on. I mean, I haven't seen a game since the 90s that was an original IP that they created. They've been doing a lot of Spyro, Skylanders, a couple Madagascar games. But that's
Tony
cool.
Hawk's Downhill Jam.
You know what the best part about those old demo disc videos though will be, like, a guy like interviewing someone about like the fucking 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue, and he's like, yeah, I think the mechanics in this game are pretty unique. We like wanted to come up with some really, and it's like this fucking terrible game they're just trying to like defend, and it's just like, yeah, it's always funny to see, like, we think it's really awesome, and I think gamers are going to really like it, and it's like nobody played or bought this game, like, so yeah. Good old Toys for Bob. I can't believe it, though. That's how you fucking stick around as a company. Since 1989. Still in business.
You guys keep talking. I'm about to have a liquid explosion. I'll be right back.
Oh, God.
All right.
Too much soda. All right.
I found a
TJ's
Disney's
gone.
Extreme Skate Adventure ROM, in case that's something you're interested in.
I just, the speedrun was really fun because it was, like, really technical. But like really fast because it was like, it's like Tony Hawk's where you have to collect all the letters, like find the secret areas and like for each level. And so it was just like trying to like route the fastest way around the level to collect everything. It was actually really a good speed run to watch. So let's see here. What else we got on the dock?
What else do we got here?
I feel like I have to also get a water. Matt, you gonna be? No, I'll wait for TJ to come back. I really need water. I ran out of soda.
Well, you can go and just cut out the silence from the podcast part.
Oh, we'll have like a break?
I guess. Is that something you could do? Can you edit audio?
I don't think I can do that. I don't know. I mean, how much time do we got left anyway? Like, how far through the podcast are we?
We're about an hour and 20 minutes in.
Yeah, we're pretty much to like the last segment here. We're on like the fucking home stretch. TJ couldn't have made it.
Well, he's getting up there in years, and as you get older,
true.
you can't hold it for as long.
That's true. I understand. What's going on?
Matt's exactly right. I'm getting older, and I can't hold my.
Oh my God!
Coming
Can't
from
hold
me,
the soda.
the guy that has to pee like 4 times every podcast.
All right, well, I gotta go get some water, so I'll be right back.
Oh,
I mean,
Matt, what's been new in the world of VR?
not a lot. I mean, the people started getting their Vive Pros, and it seems fun, but it's way overpriced. So that's not great. But the nice thing about that coming out is that the normal Vive is like $4.99 now, so it's coming down. So hopefully,
Oh, that's cool.
that'll lead to more people getting the regular Vive. It's like, I think it's like the same price as a Rift now.
So, when I was still down in Mississippi visiting my parents, and my mom and stepdad, and they ended up getting one, PlayStation VR at least. I got to see the second model of the PSVR, because they did update it to actually have HDR, but they actually changed a little bit of how the chassis works on it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, functionally it's exactly the same, but the PSVR had just about all of its functionality in a little well. There's the processor, but in terms of what you actually do, all of its functionality was in a little dongle dangling from your VR headset. So your power button, your mute, your volume up and down were right there, and that's where you plug in your headset. On the new model of the VR, it's actually in the headpiece itself. So you actually plug in your headset like up here. So you have a lot less weight coming down from the headset, and then you have your volume buttons.
It probably feels more balanced when it's on top of your head.
Exactly. And then the volume ended up being like right on the bottom of your eyepiece. So it was in a very easy to find place instead of having to follow a cord down to find where your adjustments were.
Nice.
Yeah, I look forward to further developments in VR, especially if they're not like $800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you guys are talking about the Vive Pro.
Yeah.
A bunch of different things, but yeah.
I think that was a little bit disappointing that they came out with the price point that was the same, but I don't think
maybe it's just the headset. It's the same for the Vive 2 headset as it was for the full bundle for the Vive.
Yeah. And I've heard it's better. Like the screen's amazing.
Yeah.
Like in it and like it's and the built-in headphones are like nice, and that way people can design with a consistent headphone setup, and but it's just like, man, you couldn't make it a little cheaper, just for the headset after
hopefully
having
the
it out
price
for
will
this
come
long?
down quickly. I mean the original Vive price came down when that came out, so I don't know. They might just leave it up there until Vive 2 comes out, but I want a better screen. But yeah, the screen is like 70% more pixel density, so it does make a huge difference.
Oh, wow.
I just want to talk about a game that I see has been on the new and trending list on Steam. A VR game called VR Kanojo.
The fuck is this?
This is Steam version about this game. In VR Kanojo, you can hang out with lovely girl next... Oh, I'm sorry. Just before we continue, I need to warn you that this game does include nudity and adult themes.
All right, I got you covered.
All right. Just want to warn everybody beforehand. Sexual content. All right, here we go. In VR Kanojo, you can hang out with the lovely girl next door, Sakura Yuhi. You'll practically feel her breath on your cheek and the warmth of her fingers on your arm as you laugh and talk the day away. Better yet, VR controllers simulate your hands in-game, letting you interact with her more directly. Just imagine all the possibilities. Oh yeah, and you can customize Sakura's appearance with a variety of different outfits too. Sound like fun? You bet it is. So thanks for buying VR Kanojo. We hope you enjoy your time with Sakura Yuhi. And then there's a little explanation on how to change English or switch to English subtitles. This is made by the Japanese developer Illusion, who people may know as the developer of many eroge games, if you will call it that. The erotic visual novels and other games. So
what are the names of some of their work? Just so I can avoid it. in the future?
Yeah. Let me just check my Steam library. No, I'm kidding. They actually, this is the first game they put out on Steam. I think they sold directly from their website before.
It's pretty typical, yeah.
Sexual content, nudity, FPS. What? So
What?
you can shoot people first person in this game. No, I think
You're not
it's just a
shooting
first-person
bullets.
game. Okay, let me read you some of the other user-defined tags for this product. Sexual content, nudity, FPS, VR, anime. Okay, this makes sense. Adventure. Okay. Psychological horror. I don't think that's going to be accurate.
Okay.
Maybe,
I guess in a
maybe
way.
the fact that this is some sort of Black Mirror episode, basically.
It's gonna get expensive though, because you're gonna have to buy one of those Vive trackers and then a roll of duct tape so you can attach it to your flashlight.
Yeah, it's like you're going to have to get like... No, but this is going to be like a Black Mirror episode where you meet like the Sakura girl, and then like she just starts saying more stuff about your real life, and then you like can't get the headset off, and it's like a whole Black Mirror episode. You got it. And then the final
and then you
user
start
defined
seeing her
tag
when you don't have the headset on.
memes. So
Good.
this is meme-tastic. All right, now it's time to Google image search.
I mean, it can't be too porny, or it wouldn't be allowed on Twitch.
No. Oh, on Twitch, no, but Steam. Oh, it's on there. I've just clicked.
Oh,
to
sorry. Did you say it
Cram
was
Gaming.
trending on Steam? I thought you said it was up and coming on Twitch.
No, Steam.
Oh, okay, so it could be porny.
Well, there are some video walkthroughs on this game that you can find on the reputable video website Pornhub.com. So
Can I do a speed run?
I'd love to do Summer Games done quick. No, this game is very illicit from the way it looks.
Is there a non-VR version?
Probably yes. I would have to imagine. But I feel like you'd want to play VR because, I mean, that's the whole idea. This game is very, very much a VR sex doll. So enjoy that for what you will.
I mean,
especially when it says, like, hang out with this girl. You can customize the way she looks. It's like, oh, so it's just, a
you
VR
can watch
sex
her
doll.
sleep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Polygon.com actually has an article about this. Infamous Japanese erotic game company makes its English debut. I mean, this is how I knew about this company from this article that I'm reading right now. Not just past knowledge. The eroge dev. They used the correct
definitely.
term.
From this article. John takes a drink of water.
I'm doing my Mark Zuckerberg here. Just any sip of water. I'm a real human. So basically, it's just like feel up a girl in VR, and then it's much, much more than that based on the Pornhub videos I've seen. Yeah, it's illusion. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, there's a market for it, so
well,
good.
Oh wait, so apparently, wait a minute.
All right, where's my wallet?
So, TJ,
Yes.
just for you, you have a PSVR.
Yep.
Have you heard of the game Summer Lesson?
No, and I was just looking through all the PSVR games.
Maybe this is a Japanese only release.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get to that page again.
Someone described VR Kenosha as a hornier Summer Lesson.
Okay.
So what is this? I believe Polygon described the game Summer Lesson as the scariest VR experience I've ever had. There's definitely too close for comfort. So basically,
Oh, it's not in the U.S. Boo.
you just you basically talk with a girl who you're like her tutor in like Japanese. I don't know. Anyway, I guess, it says, but the new episode of Summer Lesson didn't just test the limits of my physical boundaries. It turned out hanging with Chisato wasn't the fun ego boost of, basically she just like would talk to you. The girl lives in a creaky Victoria-style mansion, seemingly alone, and her interests include practicing magic tricks that involve swords that she plunges into your body. So I guess this girl you're teaching a lesson stabs you with the sword in VR. Like, what is this? I mean, it's I'm not going to kink shame. Maybe some people want to be stabbed with a sword.
Yeah. Everybody
I don't
can
know
get
if that's a
down
kink,
with a
though.
little sword play now and then.
But I feel like that kink is like a one-time deal, and then you're dead. So I guess it's like vor.
Well, it's probably like Vor, where it's just a
Was
thing
there
of
a summer
fantasy.
lesson VR bundle in Japan? I see a picture of it. It looked like there was.
Looks like Polygon, or it looks like Kotaku has another one here.
On the image search, there's also a cosplay that looks like it's done, quote, in VR. The user is still there.
So, at the end of the article John was reading, it mentions that the developer Illusion is also known for such titles as Rapeplay.
Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate. That was an unfortunate game.
That's supposed to be pronounced Ra Palais.
Yeah, come on. It's Japanese.
Yeah.
That's not the way it's capitalized. Oh, man.
Let's go to Raplay and read the Wikipedia title. Game is open-ended where two possible outcomes of the game is the main character dies. Black ending. Kimura impregnates either Manaka or Aoi and decides to keep the child. What? I don't know if that's my sex game where you want to have a child. Here, characters. Oh no. I think that is the game actually have rape in it? Or is it just named that because it's just a Japanese name? I don't know. I'm not going to touch this game with
Just
a 10-foot
Control
pole.
F on that Wikipedia page.
We're going
you'll
back
find
to
it.
the other game. Oh no, here it is. So Divisive was the game. An obscenely gross premise that Japan's then Prime Minister protested its released, and Japan later banned eroge, so erotic games that that had rape in them are banned in Japan. So this game was very, very infamous. So there you go.
Hey,
So you can play
though,
its spiritual successor. No, I'm kidding. From the looks and the content in this game, this girl is very into hanging out with you. So there's that kind of situation. So anyway, I mean that's naturally where we thought VR was going to go. So
yeah. I mean, that's why VHS beat out Betamax.
yep.
Whatever
It's
porn
just a better-
adapts to it, that's the technology that survives.
And there's a lot of VR porn.
Yeah,
Sure
You see it
is.
everywhere.
Mostly
Yeah, I
in
do.
VR.
That's true. That is probably the best place to see the VR porn. Is in VR.
And hey, people that run websites, 360 videos are not VR porn. Stop mislabeling your stuff.
No.
Oh God,
Right,
TJ's seen
It's
something.
gonna ruin me.
What?
Adventure Capitalist is also on consoles.
Yeah, I knew that. I believe it's on PS4, right?
It is. I just went to the free-to-play thing on the store right now. Just looking for some random other things maybe to pick up. 'Cause
Oh,
I already have Frozen Freefall on my Xbox One, which is really just Bejeweled with a Frozen skin, Elsa and Anna and whatnot. I've got Onigiri, which I've played a little bit of. It's like an action-based World of Warcraft. But Adventure Capitalist.
VR Kanojo's latest DLC is Bathroom DLC with baths. So, Anyway. That's,
Well, I
you
think
know
we
what?
should end this episode so we can stop talking about this, and I can go back to digging holes in an imaginary world.
And I need to craft weapons to get my guy stronger.
Also, this game originally was as released was the sex was pixelated. It no longer is because it's not in Japan only. Because in Japan, they pixelate all that shit for some reason.
No, your genitalia is pixelized when you're born.
Even Japan pixelizes genitalia even in not video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if there were scenes in a game, like, let's say, like, the Machine for Pigs, the sequel to
Amnesia Dark
Descent, there's male nudity because you're chased by some creepy, like, dude that's got his dong hanging out. That'd be pixelized in Japanese by default. Like, unable to change because they just, it's a fucking weird, it's weird. That country is very conservative in a lot of ways when it comes to nudity. You know, boobs are cool though. So,
Yeah, they sure are.
Yep.
Thank you, Matt.
I'd show mine, but it'd get us banned from Twitch.
That's true.
Too hot.
Oh yeah, the Deep V Club has to end because of Twitch. So, you know, they put out those streaming rules that were sad that they had to be as specific as they were. But we all know from Twitch / IRL there was some stuff going on. But you can find me
Pink
when I'm not
Sparkle's doing
IRL
alright
streaming,
still.
topless. You can find me on Twitch. No, you can find me on Twitter, John_Danger, or you can go to the website borninthe80s.net. Is where you can find all my shit. Matt put out a song, which I forgot. I have to attach that to the last
Yeah,
episode.
do it.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
will.
really good song. Many people have told me that it's the greatest thing that they've ever put into their eardrums.
It's
Many
good.
people have
I
said
shared it on Twitter before Matt did.
that. Yeah, I saw that, and that like actually reminded me that I should probably post it because I'm not on Twitter very often.
I will say that looking through Twitch / me or Twitch IRL, there has been a huge change in the way people are dressed. Specifically, women doing "hey, just chatting" videos are no longer barely covered breasts.
No, if I'm gonna watch women on Twitch, it's because of the game they're playing, or because they're making really cool stuff and creative.
Yeah.
And that's how you'd watch people, because they're people.
The only problem with that is that, you know, like, we got 2,000 people watching this lady who is wearing more clothes than she probably used to when she was streaming, but drinking wine and hanging out. Come join us, 2,000 viewers. Whereas I'm sure if I scroll
Yeah.
down, they'll
Hang
be
on.
like,
Is
creating a bookshelf or a bird feeder or something, and
Wait,
crafting.
You
it,
know
and
who
it's got
hasn't
12
changed
viewers.
their look? Pink Sparkles. She's as
Still
cleavagey as ever, as of
She's
yesterday.
still on.
you know who
Alright,
did
well-
change their look? I got a haircut.
Oh, TJ got his hair harded.
I really miss my hair being able to cover my eyes, and hopefully that will change soon
Okay.
because they'll grow. I'm on Twitter at May84. On Twitch, I need one more follower for that 50. Come join me over there at twitch.tv/MayofMay.
Just one more.
Just one more. That's all I'm asking. Just a little bit. Just one more.
All right.
I'm Matt Haig Music everywhere, and I just wanted to mention subs get Snapchat. So, like, if you want to Snapchat with me, you got to sub.
I have a Snapchat, and I use it.
Hey guys, I'm just me Twitch IRL. You can find me evening smoke session. Come chat and watch me watch some YouTube videos while I vape. That's a thing. Oh, this isn't vape. This is illegal drugs. He is got a weed pipe that he's
Well,
working
maybe
with.
he's in a place where it's legal.
That's
Not
hey,
everywhere is Wisconsin.
That's possible. This guy is literally smoking weed and watching YouTube videos of a YouTube video called "A Really Thick with 2 C's Suit," and it's literally just a bunch of like optical illusions and street art. This guy's just getting fucking blazed and watching YouTube videos of like, whoa, really makes you think. Ooh, look at this crazy art installation. I'm getting blazed. And, well, you know, to be fair, he only has 200 viewers. But, you know, TJ, how many do you have? Come on.
How many do we have right now?
4 or 5.
He's drinking a Capri Sun right now.
Capri Sun.
He's dry mouth, you know. You gotta keep an eye out. This is why YouTube and Twitch, like any service, is fucking dog shit. Because there's just gonna be people like, I'm gonna do illegal drugs in front of people, and they get 200 viewers because people just like to watch the dumbest shit. Is it legal to just stream yourself watching a movie? Because this person was just watching a movie with picture-in-picture.
Stream, I don't know, but you know that's what Rabbit's for.
I mean,
And you know, join our Patreon, and we'll have some custom rabbit things like once every 2 months.
And we're not even talking about the dildo.
I would actually love to do a video where we just hung out and watched YouTube videos, and just each of us would like throw one up in the queue.
And
Anyway.
we'll 580 blaze it.
That's right. Patreon.com. Born in the 80s.
Born in the
Yeah,
80s.
just search Born in the 80s for Patreon. You'll find it. There's links on the website everywhere. Yeah, we got patrons. Feel free to
And we'll
donate.
start up an ASMR stream every third Friday of the month.
ASMR?
And if you want to see,
Look at one of these
if you
weird
wanna-
binaural microphones that I see everybody has in their thumbnails.
if you want to watch, see some good memes. Mostly, I post mostly. Well, fuck, I can't remember the name of the bunny from Zootopia. Hot pictures of her. I did that for a while. Anyway, no, there's lots of memes. Our Discord community is fun. You can find us. There's links on the website, bornintheeighties.net. So that's it.
Yep. See you later.
Join our community, and that'll be it.
Bye-bye.
I don't want to be on the internet anymore. I think we should shut it down.
I think the internet
Let's
it's
shut down
over.
the internet.
We've done enough.
Oh, nice.
With a big stack of them.
All right, we're live on Twitch and YouTube.
So we'll have to come up with some more questions for Quizbot. I can transfer them to the cards. Because I found old ones. Let me see. Yeah, there aren't very many here because I think all the ones we asked already got tossed out. Anyway. But I do have Quizbot now.
Anyway. So
Oh my god. Alright.
anyway.
Alright, Matt.
Now, I've heard that Code Red is actually the blood of Gamer Jesus. Is that true?
I would agree with that.
Alright. You sound like we're good.
Code Red in the can is the best tasting. Second best is Code Red from the fountain. And then Code Red in the bottle is number 3. Still good, but it's that aluminum flavor it just makes it better.
You love that aluminum
Yeah.
flavor?
It's like a weird thing to develop a taste for, but I'm the same way with like cans of Coke or like Barks Root Beer. This podcast is brought to you by Barks Root Beer in a can with traces of aluminum.
Oh, hey. So, do you
Or
want to know
aluminium
why,
for international listeners.
Matt, do you know why aluminium canned drinks taste better? There's science behind this.
Because they're killing us somehow.
No.
Because I have an iron deficiency?
Yes, science.
Yep, science section, pre-podcast science section. I'm just doing a little bit of
Yes, science.
I'm just doing a little bit of hashtag tweet salad.
John Rowe,
Hashtag
the science bro.
Comey interview. Hashtag ACM awards.
What the fuck is that?
Hashtag American Country Music.
Music Awards.
For a musician, you certainly don't know much about that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything about country music other than that Bo Burnham song.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I bet I could.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about Bob Burnham?
Yeah.
Bob Burnham. Caps jackets. Hashtag John Cena. Hashtag.
Which of my other communities want to hear me podcast? Oh, you already got it there and there. I'll throw in
Yep.
Demon Tomato Dave. Where the heck would I put that?
Hashtag. All right, that's enough hashtag salad. All right. Oh my God. John Cena and Nikki Bella broke up.
Oh no, who?
Exactly. Love is dead. All right.
Love is dead. Is that Catherine?
No. It's real life.
Love is a battlefield.
That was a really good burp.
That was great.
I'm super impressed with you. Good job.
What's love got to do?
All right, are you ready to start? Because I'm ready to start.
Yeah, let's start. Let's start. This was born in the 80s.
Start game. TJ's cold.
What?
Up, down. TJ is gonna give it to you. All right, ready?
TJ, funk you up.
I guess so.
TJ, funk you up.
TJ, funk you up.
Yeah.
TJ's gonna funk you up. TJ's gonna funk you up. TJ's gonna. All right, let's get started. Ready? Ready, player one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Good. Well, maybe we could talk about it.
I think we can. Since I don't think TJ cares enough.
Ready Player Oni.
I will see it eventually. It looks.
We won't spoil the fun thing, but I called it.
The fun thing.
The
I don't know what you're
movie.
talking about. Oh, the second challenge.
Yes,
Yeah.
I knew that was going to
Yeah, I
happen.
guess that's the only thing that's like really a big
From the
deal
book?
if it's a surprise.
It's not from the book.
Yeah, like
It was
all
a
the
surprise that
challenges
was
are
really
different
fun.
from the book. But everything
Okay.
else, there's nothing else that's like really spoilerable.
I think the last one's the same as the book. Right? Doesn't he play Adventure in the book?
I don't know. He played. No, it's a different game. I think.
Oh, I think it's the Sword Quest game that they mention.
Well, yeah, it's like in the book. It's all like a lot more just standing in front of an arcade cabinet playing a game, and I get why that won't translate well to a movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah. There's some awesome shit in the book. I forgot there's like Blade Runner in the book. Yeah, they couldn't do everything. Yeah, one of them is an arcade. Oh, it's the first one was an arcade game, and I think it was Pac-Man?
No, it was
Something
Joust.
like that.
The first one was Joust.
That was it. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, this is
actually
born
kinda-
in the 80s. Episode
Hey,
308.
Mechagodzilla is in the book too.
Yeah.
Mechagodzilla, we need you in on her.
Yeah, the Easter egg is adventure. The final thing. But there's like the Monty Python stuff as well in the book at that point as well. Anyway, literally any of your nostalgia gets hit in that fucking
Yeah.
book
all
because it's
of it.
everything. All right, let's get started.